Hello, I'm Tani, and welcome to Yoga for Low Back Pain. Let's begin by coming onto the back. You can slide down on one arm, then roll onto your back, and we'll rest with the knees together and the feet mat distance, and hands on the belly. Let's take some long, deep breaths all the way down into your belly, and exhale to feel your lower back soften into the earth. Deepen your breath and create some space in that lower belly so that your lower back can open up, and exhale, just feel it soften. Now take your time to bring your knees into your chest. We'll place the hands on the kneecaps. Inhale, push your knees away. Exhale, pull your knees into your chest. This is called Apanasana, stretching through the low back and hips. Take your time with this movement. Exhale, pull the knees in, pull your belly in. Inhale, the belly softens as the knees float away from you. The hands are staying on the kneecaps the entire time, and we're doing about 6 repetitions. Slow down your exhale so that you can really feel that opening in your lower back. Then you can float your feet down to the mat again. Take a pause and check in. Then take your time to bring one arm overhead and roll all the way onto your belly, where we'll practice Bhujangasana, baby cobra. So let's bring the forehead down. And I know you can't see my legs, but let your legs lengthen way back with your feet, just fist distance, and you can open your arms as wide as you need to. Press your hips down, pull your legs back, and inhale to lift your chest to the sky. Exhale to pull your belly in and set your forehead back down. You want to make sure that you're not lifting your chin. You're only lifting your chest by squeezing those shoulder blades into your back pockets each time you inhale. And make sure that you keep your legs down and that you keep the tops of your feet on the earth. So the hips push down, pull the legs back, inhale to lift your heart to the sky. And whenever you exhale, pull the belly in to release your forehead down. Now let's go ahead and stay lifted for a few breaths. With each inhale, you might feel a little lift of the chest. With each exhale, pull the core in. And then take your time to exhale, release your forehead down. Relax your face and arms to your sides, and we'll rest here. Take some deep breaths into your back. Exhale to soften all your back tension away. Let your feet flop out, just let the whole body soften. And let's turn the other cheek to rest a little more. Now take your time to bring your forehead down, and we'll either place the hands under the shoulders to push up by keeping those elbows squeezed in, or bring your elbows down under your shoulders. Inhale up onto your hand or elbows and knees, and we'll exhale and push back to child's pose. You can also make that pillow for your forehead if you need to here by stacking your fists if you're not able to bring your forehead down. But wherever you are, just breathe. Now take your time to inhale up onto the hands and knees. Make sure that you have a nice, long, strong tabletop with hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Spread your fingers and press the whole outer edge of the palm down. We'll inhale to lift your chest and exhale to roll back into child's pose. So let the inhale guide you forward, lift your heart to the sky and lengthen the spine long. Exhale, pull your belly in and roll your elbows, forehead, chest, and glutes down. Let's go ahead and continue there. And make sure that when you roll back, you only roll back as far as comfortable. So if your hips aren't quite going all the way back, that's okay. Just go back as far as you can. Pull the core in as you go back. And let the inhale guide you forward to gently lengthen your spine. Keeping that breath going to guide your movement. Now let's rest in child's pose once again. Just pause and let go of that forehead and breathe into the back. Exhale and soften down. And again, make that pillow for your forehead if you need to. Making sure that your neck is relaxed. Take your time now to walk your hands to your knees. We'll come to standing on the knees, and this is where you might need to grab yourself some knee support, and we'll place that right under the knees so that you are protecting those knees. The knees are under the hips, and we'll take the left foot forward with your foot in front of your knee, and you're tucking your back toe, your right toes under, stacking your hands above your left knee, and inhaling to pull the hips forward, shifting those hips forward, sinking into the left knee, exhaling to shift out of that knee. You're opening up that psoas muscle that I just pointed to. That's that big muscle right in front of your hip that connects from your upper thigh to your rib cage. And we're going to go ahead and stay here now in that posture for a couple breaths to open up through the hip, and then exhale to shift out of it. Switch, taking that right foot forward now. Stack the hands above the knee. Inhale, sink forward. Exhale, shift back. The left toes are under. Your pelvis is staying very center here. We're doing 4 repetitions. Inhale forward. Exhale back, belly in. Then we'll stay and breathe a couple breaths, pulling it into that long stretch in the psoas. Taking one more inhale. And exhaling to shift yourself back. Bring the knees down. Press your hips back. You can even take your knees as wide as the mat, big toes touch, and rest in child's pose. Take some deep breaths into your back. Now let's extend the arms way forward, spread the fingers, and press the heels of the hands down so that we can really stretch out through the entire length of the spine. And then exhale to soften. Just relax into your child's pose once again. Find that breath, breathe all the way down the back. And take your time to walk your hands to the knees. Let's come up so that we can come back down onto the back. So you can slide down on one arm, roll onto your back, And we'll pause once we get there and just check into your lower back now again. Breathe into the hands with the hands on the belly. We'll bring the bottoms of the feet together now and let the hands rest on those inner thighs. And as you inhale, squeeze your knees in 1/3. Exhale, open the knees slowly. Inhale in 2/3. Exhale, slowly open. Inhale, squeeze the knees all the way together. Squeeze the inner thighs and slowly exhale, open 1/3. Use resistance. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, open 2/3. Inhale, squeeze the knees in. Exhale, slowly open all the way. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, squeeze in 1/3. Exhale, belly in, open. Inhale, squeeze in 2/3. Exhale, open. Inhale, squeeze all the way in. Squeeze tightly. Exhale, open 1/3, belly to spine. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, open 2/3, belly to spine. Inhale, squeeze in, and with resistance, fight it as you open. Slowly open. Now rest. Let's breathe into the hips, into that space you now have in your lower back. You can place your hands on the lower belly again. Breathing into the hands. Just relaxing, and then taking your time to bring those knees back in. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Place the hands on the backs of your legs and we'll stretch the hamstrings. So inhale, press the heels up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees into your chest and pull your belly in. We'll continue there at your own pace. Going about 5 times here. Tight hamstrings can also cause a tight lower back. Then we'll stay for a couple breaths. When you reach the top again, make sure your knees are soft, that your feet are flexed. And then we'll exhale, bend those knees. Bring your chin to your chest, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders up. Rock side to side to massage out the back. Come back to center. Roll your head, neck, and shoulders down slowly. And let your feet float to the mat. Pause for a moment here. Check in with yourself. Notice how you feel. Let your knees fall together, and we'll start resting here in Shavasana. So just scanning the body here to notice any last bits of tension. Inhaling to breathe into it, exhaling to let it go. And if it feels good and your low back has released, you can let your legs go straight away from your body, out to the corners of your mat, and your arms a little wider than the mat. Fully relax, release, and let go. Just let your entire body soften into the earth. And thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Make sure you stay here as long as you need to. Rest, let go, and namaste.